Okay, I realized I was on track and I forgot to complete the thought in the last video. So this is just a short to shore up what I did not get to in the last one. Hebrew, the original origins of the name are from Heber, Heber, and the Hebrews are descendants of Heber. And we dropped the H, it became Eber, Eber. Now that's pretty easy and pretty straight ahead. What's a little bit harder to understand is the transliteration of Hibaru, Hibaru, Hibaru. I may not have that spelled right. It's a transliteration, which means it sounds like. Doesn't mean it's always spelled anywhere near the same. English has a lot of words like that are sound alike, completely different meanings, and maybe only one letter difference in spelling. And yet we have a lot of words that are spelled exactly the same, sound alike, and have completely different meanings. English is a very sloppy language. However, it allows for a lot of creativity. It allows for a lot of poetry. It allows for a lot of artistry, art. Hibaru, meaning warring, general, meaning a military man, meaning a warrior. Now that is a little bit of a remote, but not that remote of a meaning. And it's important that you understand that Hibarus were a warring people, which allowed them to survive. Otherwise, they wouldn't have made it. And you have to also remember that the people that they were around, the people that they were leaving, the people that they were avoiding, did all kinds of weird shit. And so you had to be pretty strong and able to defend yourself. And back then, the weaponry was so simple that a man could defend himself against a large group of men, because you couldn't just shoot at somebody. You had to kill somebody up front, close and personal. As my librarian in Italy at the Università di Gonzaga a Firenze in Florence, Italy, told me that it was much more personal, because you were there face to face, taking that man's life, defending your life, risking losing your life. It wasn't like it is today, where we bomb each other from afar or shoot bullets God knows how far today away at somebody else. So it was really a whole different thing. And we can say that it was self-defense par excellence. I mean, it was hands down self-defense. It's not like today, where we send somebody off and we have soldiers coming back. And as one soldier, one seasoned vet told me, he felt guilty of murder. And I tried to shore him up and send him back, because he was going to Afghanistan and he was a scout. And of course, I didn't tell him that I knew what his MOS was, the real description of it. And he wasn't telling me straight ahead anyway, He didn't know that I was an Army brat and I knew what the hell he was talking about. And I was there to take care of him, because he was crying when I walked in. He was by himself in the foyer to the church. I happened to be there early. I'll tell you that story another time. Right now, I want you to understand that Hibaru has a warring element to it. And the old Hebrews were able to take care of themselves. Look at the modern Hebrews today in America. Y'all can't take care of yourselves. I know. I'm one of you. I can't take care of myself. I wish I could. I got some buddies who really can. I mean, I think about my buddy that's up in the middle of Illinois. What a godforsaken state that is. But he's got arms that are built like tree trunks and tree limbs. You can't put your hands around him. It's so big and so thick. And he knows how to move really gracefully for a big dude. And he understands points of balance. And I wouldn't want to fight him, because he's very effective. And I wouldn't want to fight his daughter either. She's training with some real masters, and she's actually very good. And I was out there trying to practice some falls, and his daughter was kind enough to try to coax me through it and help me through it. She's about 14 years old at the time. And, well, her father has made sure that his daughter is able to act like a Hibaru. Of course, the sad thing is that they're from a whole different line, a couple of different lines. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, they're friends, all right. Haven't been always the best of friends. Okay, Hibaru. Hebrew has nothing to do with making coffee or making tea. Hebrews, hell no. It has everything to do with survival and with language and with lineage and with culture and with our roots and the stuff we inherited from the previous Earth ages, which is way beyond almost all of my audience. So I know this is kind of mind-blowing. But I figure the bad guys got here. I figured 50,000 years ago. I had a teacher correct me, say, no, we figured 70 or 72,000 years ago. And of course, I now have the table, the charts in this book, and the fellow who did the research doesn't even realize the significance of what he posted. He posted his pretty much his raw research. He didn't. I haven't finished reading the book by a long shot. I'm about a fifth of the way through it. So Yahweh bless. This is part 2 of the Hebrew language, Paleo Hebrew, its roots.